One Piece episode 1126 is here, and Luffy has gone crazy again, grabbing Kizaru in his giant Gear 5 arms, and we've got Kuma tearing up Marizwa with a massive Ursa shock that's got the Celestial Dragon screaming. Akainu throwing molten fists in a showdown that'll melt your screen last time. Luffy smashed into Kizaru with a hacky charged kick, bragging the Straw Hats are 100 times stronger than before. If you're hyped for this wild ride, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a second. Alright, let's get into the video. Egghead Island starts all dark and creepy, but then the sun pops up, lighting it up like a giant party. In some random town, people are running like it's a crazy sale day, grabbing newspapers falling from the sky. The headlines are wild. Grandpa Garp is missing at Pirate Island, and Emperor Luffy is holding Egghead hostage. At Makino's bar in East Blue, everyone's shaking their heads, not believing a word. The mayor's like, Garp's a legend, probably tossing pirates around somewhere. One guy's freaking out, shouting at Makino's baby, but that kid just laughs at Luffy's silly grin in the paper. Up on Mount Kalubo, Dadan's a total wreck, crying like she's in a sad movie. What are those fools doing? She yells. Her bandit crew's panicking. Dogra's muttering, Pirate Island's a trap, nobody gets out. Then, boom, birds fly off, and the ground shakes like a giant's dancing. A tsunami crashes in, and it's over. They're calling this the biggest earthquake ever. Laboon's splashing at Twin Cape. Lagatown's streets are splitting, Water 7's flooding, and Momo and Wano's like, not again. Even Mary Joy's gets rattled, but those celestial dragons, just chilling in their sky mansions, not caring one bit. This quake's got a dark shadow. 6 days after Lelouja got erased like it was nothing. The Navy's saying it's just a huge watery hole now. Seas are up a whole meter, beaches are gone, islands are underwater, and some guys yelling, "There's a shark in my living room." Fishermen are pumped, like, time to catch some dinner. Cut to Egghead, where the Navy shows up like it's a blockbuster movie. 100 warships, 30,000 soldiers, 9 vice admirals with grumpy faces, except Dole, who's looking amazing, and who's causing trouble. Kizaru, that shiny guy, going down on Chicken Ramen like it's no big deal. Sentomaru's sea beasts are throwing down, but Kizaru's like, oops, and blasts a robo, giraffe to pieces with his Yada no Kagami, bright enough to make you squint. Sentomaru's mad, shouting, stop hitting my beasts, uncle. Kizaru's all, it started it, relax. Sentomaru's not backing down, says Vegapunk made those pacifista lasers from Kizaru's powers, never thought he'd come to take out his own boss. Kizaru's like, the Void Century's against the rules, man. I'm just doing what the Navy says. He blames the Straw Hats for stopping CP0's plan to get Vegapunk, but the news, it's all wrong, saying Luffy's got Vegapunk locked up. Morgans is out here making up stories, and Saturn's loving every bit of it. On a warship, Saturn's sneaking around, one of those 5 elders guys whispering, don't tell anyone I'm here. Vice Admiral Doberman's nervous, talking fast, CP0's gone quiet, Lochikaku Stussy got beat by Sentomaru's pacifistas in the Fabrio phase. The Frontier Dome's locked up tight. Nobody's getting in or out. Saturn's glaring at Morgan's fake news like, what's really going on? Doberman says, Straw Hats, Vegapunk, his satellites, and 4 Seraphim are hanging out in the lab phase. The tech team left yesterday. We're tracking their boats. Saturn's cold. Sink those geeks. They know too much. Doberman's like, Bonnie's with the Straw Hats. Saturn's all, she's just a little girl, let her go. This guy's okay with wiping out thousands of researchers, but gives Bonnie a pass. What a villain. Then Kizaru's team catches a secret call. York's on a black Den Mushi, dialing up Mary Joy's like it's a hotline. The elders, Mars, Jupiter Neuro, are listening in like they're spying on a juicy chat. York's complaining, why are you trying to get me? I told on Stella. Mars is like, you're still a Vegapunk, tough luck. York's not scared. Egghead's mine now. I got Seraphim ready to roll. You want trouble? Jupiter's like, hold on, can you make that mother flame thing? York's laughing like a bad guy in a movie. The power plant's ready. Keep me in the lab safe, and I'll be your fancy celestial dragon. Mars gives in, okay deal. York's mood flips. Help, Luffy's gonna crush me. Cut to the lab phase. She's tied up Zoro's sword right by her neck. Luffy's smiling like it's a big joke. Usopp's shouting through the snail. We're using her to get out of here. Bonnie's eating Sanji's pancakes, Nami's ready to swing, and York's freaking. We start with the Navy's point of view. Vice Admiral Doberman is on deck, sizing up the situation. He says, no mistake about it, inside the Labophase research layer are 7 people, including Dr. Vegapunk himself, plus 4 Seraphim guarding them. He adds, we also think the Yonko Straw Hat crew, 10 members strong, is siding with them. Here comes Luffy. Stealing the spotlight, he grabs the Den Mushi from York, takes a big breath, and yells, hello. My name is Monkey D. Luffy, I'm the one who'll become the king of the pirates. His crew flips out shouting, whoa, Luffy, what are you talking about? But he keeps going. We have Dr. Vegapunk if you want to save York's life, clear all the ships from the shore. York's wailing. Help, Straw Hat's gonna kill me. While Marines listening and gasp, he's so evil he's as vicious as they say. News mogul Morgans loses it. What is he doing? What? Luffy-san, what is this all about? Is he threatening the Five Elders? He's making a mockery of authority as always. Mars asks, are you Straw Hat Luffy? And Luffy fires back, yes I am, is that a problem? Don't provoke them even more. And Mars presses, who is still alive in there? Luffy starts, well, some people are injured and but Robin cuts in with a clank, grabbing him. She scolds, why did you do that? Information is a weapon, you must not give it to your enemies. Luffy says, I see. Sorry, but now the ships will be gone. Usopp snaps, no way you think the Navy's that dumb. Luffy's bold hostage play has everyone on edge back with the fleet. Saint Saturn lays down the law to Doberman. He says, Steve Saturn, there are 3 things we must protect York's safety, their Brainpunk records, and the power plant that creates the mother flame. All else is expendable. Doberman hesitates, but Rob Lucci and other Cypher Paul agents are still. Saturn cuts him off. I'm just talking about the worst case scenario. Don't lose sight of our highest priorities. You should consider human lives as nothing more than insects. They reproduce quickly, even if their numbers dwindle. Doberman swallows hard and says, yes sir. The elders are ice cold. They'll sacrifice anyone to secure York, Vegapunk's brain data, and that mother flame power plant Luffy's threat isn't scaring them off yet. Inside the Labafes, tension explodes. York, still tied up, smirks at the Straw Hats. Listen, you fools, I made a pact with the 5 elders. If you touch me, you'll all get destroyed along with the island, just like Ohara. That hits a nerve, and Nami smacks her hard, yelling, that hurt? How could you say such a thing in front of Robin? I won't forgive you. York cries, I'll tell the 5 elders. Nami snaps, go ahead, and Zoro steps in. Whoa, she's unarmed, trying to cool things down. Chopper asks, Robin, are you feeling okay? And she smiles, yes, thanks to you, Chopper. He blushes, that doesn't make me happy, you fool. Vegapunk chimes in, I should thank you guys too. If it weren't for you, I would have been killed by York. Kaku, resting from his injuries, grumbles, we couldn't have done it alone. While we were running from the Seraphim, he came in at the right time. I just ran into you while looking for Ronoa. How pathetic I am, but I was against 2 Seraphim at the same time. Zoro smirks in the end, you were saved by me. And Kaku snaps, shut up, ouch. Then mutters, alright, go to sleep. Damn. While Usopp's on the comms, hey, are you guys behaving down there? The basement lights up. Usopp connects with the Cypher Paul agents who cheer. Straw Hats, thank you for the food. You guys saved our lives. So good, I feel alive again. I'm alive thanks to you guys. One says, hey, there are enemies, keep your voice down, but they beg, now just let us out of here. Usopp laughs, I'm glad that you're okay now, but that's too much to ask. They switch gears, then could you at least relocate us? We can't relax with them around, someone asks. Is there a problem? I thought that the Seraphim were on your side. Another replies, yeah, but in case they go berserk, Frankie jumps in. They're safe, right, Vegapunk? He explains, of course. Those bubble balls are made of the same material as Pacifista Mark III's bubble shields, which even deflect cannon blasts. They're created with sea energy, so they're the perfect weapons for trapping devil fruit power users. An agent says, oh, I thought they were just ordinary bubbles, bah. And as Snake grumbles, how dare you trap me in this thing, bah. But adds, you don't need to be scared of us. None of us were ordered to kill you. We have no interest in you. The agent sigh. Oh yeah, then we don't need to worry. Frankie grins, but I'm grateful to you. Is Snake, you undid the petrifications on us. Vegapunk's confused. She did that. That's strange. I never programmed as Snake to do that. But flashback time, Luffy spots as Snake and yells, hey Hancock, they're my friends, please undo it. She's stunned. What? But he pleads. Come on, only you can save them, so please. As Snake stammers, alright. So just stop looking right at me. And undoes the petrification. Usopp marvels. Oh, is that what happened? Jinbe laughs. Even the original Hancock, a nasty piece of work, has a soft spot only for Luffy. How funny her Seraphim is the same way. Vegapunk's mind is blown. Hancock, the information transmitted through the bloodline elements when producing clones is really interesting. Nami adds, Lilith was depetrified and let me use her bubble gun, so I could capture all the Seraphim at once. Luffy cheers, thank you for everything Hancock, thank you. And as Snake blushes hard, what? Did you just say I love you? Atlas sounding the alarm. Stella, the communication system has been restored, but the Frontier Dome still won't open. Dr. Vegapunk grumbles. While York tied up in smug taunts, it's pointless I protected it with a passcode. But my brain's not cinched with all of you, and I won't tell you. Lilith snaps, what should I do with you? But Edison steps in. Lilith, calm down. York keeps gloating. I'm protected by a code in the world itself. If we can't deactivate the barrier, we can't escape, and someone groans. What? Even after all I did to help us escape? Another voice snaps, I told you that didn't work. And I'm sure the world government never intended to let us off the hook in the first place. Stussy drops a bombshell. We're completely surrounded in all directions. Stella. There are about 100 ships of various sizes and 30,000 soldiers. Admiral Kizaru is there too. Vegapunk sighs. It's quite an event. As Stussy's welcome back. Stussy Lucy-sama coffee. She says, thanks. Vegapunk asks, tell me about the shipping route, and Nami checks her log pose. The log pose hasn't recorded the signal yet, but we have one steady needle from the land of Wano. It's pointing northwest. Vegapunk cuts in, oh, that'd be Elbaf. Luffy and Usopp explode Elbaf. Are we going there? Finally, they chant, Elbaf Baf, everyone's big because they're giants. Edison's puzzled, why are they so excited? Vegapunk explains, fortunately, your ship is in the Lubbo phase now. The Navy ships are off the shore in all directions. It's impossible to sail out of the port. The northeast direction we'd be heading is the backside of the island. Luckily, your ship is beside the Vegaforce 01. He adds, we could use the Vegaforce 01 to fly over the Navy's blockade, but that robot can only fly within the airspace over Egghead, so once it leaves the airspace, it'll quickly plummet. That's not far enough to escape. But Frankie jumps in. No, once we get that far, we'll use the Sunny's Coop to burst to fly even farther if we fly a kilometer away. They won't be able to catch us. Vegapunk stunned. What? That ship can fly that far, it flies on Cola, and Vegapunk says, great, let's go with that. The plan kicks into gear. Vegapunk orders Lilith use the Vegaforce 01 to move Straw Hat's ship to the backside of the island. Lilith cheers, I know, okay, but warns, first, we have to deactivate the Frontier Dome. York taunts, I won't tell you the code. Vegapunk Atlas and Edison shout, let's crack it, don't underestimate Vegapunk. Brooke muses, I guess we have a plan now. I don't think it's all gonna work out the way we want it to, but Usopp says, true, but we won't know for sure unless we try. Luffy declares, if you're going to the Sunny, I'm coming with you. Let's leave for Elbaf already. Bonnie adds, me too, I'll help you too. Frankie says, oh, thanks. And they yell. All right, let's start the operation, Lilith says. Let's move the ship to the backside. The barrier could come down at any minute. Frankie warns, yeah, I hope that doesn't cause more problems. And Luffy asks, you don't want it to be down. Frankie replies, why do? But if we're going to be able to escape, it means the enemy's attacks will be able to get through. Luffy goes, ah, you're right. Lilith admits, actually, this is my first time leaving the island. Luffy laughs, this isn't a field trip, then frowns. Either way, we need more food. Bonnie agrees. We'd eat all of this in one day. Let's get more pizzas. Cheese is enough. Luffy says, if we have the ingredients, Sanji will make us pizzas. Bonnie gushes, he's pretty cool, huh? He's a good cook and a good fighter. Luffy asks, why are you in a good mood now? Kind of creepy. Earlier, you were so bitter against Old Man Apple. Bonnie smiles, yeah, I won't kill Vegapunk. And Luffy teases, what a relief. You were crying all night, weren't you? She snaps, no, I wasn't. It's a sweet moment as the team rallies. Meanwhile, the Marines get serious. A soldier yells, transmission from Mr. Rob Lucci. We now know the situation inside. Lucci reports for seriously injured. Two of Vegapunk's satellites dead. Saturn asks Kizaru, did you hear that? Borsalino. Kizaru drawls, yes, I did. He was talking a big game like he was in control. But it seems like they're actually trapped inside. Saturn says, the Frontier Dome is a laser defense system, correct? You are light itself. Can you get inside? Kizaru replies, quite frankly, I can. But a good friend of mine is defending Vegapunk below it. Saturn snaps, you can just jump over him. Kizaru pushes back. It wouldn't be cool of me to humiliate a man who is determined to stand in my way. Let me at least stick to my principles. Besides, if we attack them, Sentomaru will order countless sea beast weapons and the 50 pacifistas to sink our ships. There will be tremendous damage. Saturn asks, we can't take too much time then. Do you know the location of the power plant? Kizaru smirks. Rob Lucci is a capable man. All the information we need to know was sent to us. The fleet roars into action. Prepare for battle, prepare for battle. If you can use the 6 powers, make for land as soon as the battle begins. Free the captured Cipher Paul agents. Artillery fire won't work on the pacifistas' aim for the sea beast weapons. Luffy's group reaches the Sunny and Vegaforce 01. Luffy's bouncing. This is fun, the ground of a sky island. Frankie snaps, I know, it's exciting. But get serious, look, there's the Sunny. Suddenly, a flash. Kizaru shouts, Sacred Yata Mirror, and beams himself onto Egghead. Sentomaru's ready, axe in hand. You're finally here, Uncle Pacifistas. Kizaru calls, here I go, Sentomaru-kun. Sentomaru roars, bring it on. Uncle, my defense is the greatest in the world. Their fists collide, and back in the Labo phase, Luffy freezes. What's that? Light from below. Someone's here, someone's strong. The screen cuts to a teaser. After landing on Egghead, Kizaru is attacked by Sentomaru. Vegapunk's bodyguard, what is it that these two once like-minded men really need to protect? Bitterly bidding farewell to memories of days gone by. Two fists now collide. Next time, a clash of two men's determination, Kizaru and Sentomaru. The story starts with a bang as Kizaru calls out to Sentomaru and lands a powerful kick. The impact causes a huge blast, shaking the ground beneath them. Sentomaru doesn't back down, though he fights back with his own mighty strikes, showing off his incredible strength. Kizaru smirks and says, as always, incredible strength. Huh, but Sentomaru stands tall and shouts, I won't let you pass from here, Uncle. The two warriors leap at each other. Their clash so intense it sends a shockwave rippling across Egghead Island. You can feel the power even from outside the island, it's that wild. Meanwhile, the Marines are making their move. Vice Admiral Doberman yells. Admiral Kizaru charges in. He leads Vice Admiral Dull and 9 other Vice Admirals in a bold attack against the Pacifista Mark III units, those giant robotic weapons built to protect the island. Let's go, Doberman commands. And the Marines unleash a storm of cannon fire. Don't let them fire lasers. He shouts, the cannons boom, and the attack works perfectly. The Vice Admirals land on the island, ready to fight. A Marine cheers. Alright, keep supporting the Vice Admirals like this. The excitement is high. But it doesn't last long. Suddenly, the Sea Beast weapons roar into action. These massive, terrifying creatures start attacking the battleships, smashing them left and right. One Marine yells, it's the Sea Beast weapons. Another cries, we're in trouble. A third rallies the group. Let's get them before they get us. Just as a Sea Beast sneaks up behind some scared Marines, a Vice Admiral jumps in with a shout, leave it to me. He unleashes his Steam Knuckle attack, a steaming punch that smashes half the Sea Beast's face, saving the day. The danger keeps coming, though. A Seraphim, a powerful robotic figure, gets ready to blast the ships with lasers. Before it can fire, Vice Admiral Doll leaps into action. Don't shoot the ship, she yells, soaring through the air. You're dealing with me. She lands a crushing kick on the Seraphim's head, causing a loud boom that echoes across the shore. Other Vice Admirals land too, taking down pacifistas with their skills. Bluegrass, one of the Vice Admirals, says. The Vice Admirals landed on the island as well. He turns to Dole and asks, where is the lab where they're holding the Cypher Paul agents? She points ahead and replies, over there. The Marines are pushing forward, and the tension is rising. Inside, the Straw Hats are watching all this chaos unfold. Usopp exclaims, the Navy and the Robot Sea Beast started fighting at the shore. Brooke, confused, asks, what? Why now? Vegapunk steps in to explain. As long as Sentomaru is commanding the pacifistas, the island's defenses are iron tight. He lays out the pacifista authority hierarchy, the 5 elders, himself and his satellites, Sentomaru, and the authority chip. Usopp's eyes widen as he figures it out. Isn't that why he came to take out Sentomaru? Nami gasps when she hears Kizaru's name. Brooke adds, no way. Nami asks, is he here already? Brooke replies, he's now fighting right below us. York, tied up on the ground, smirks and taunts them. You people are done for. Zoro glares at her, shutting her up quick. Sanji mutters Kizaru. Huh. Brooke shivers and says, this brings back some unpleasant memories from Sabati Archipelago. Chopper nods sadly. At that time, we couldn't fight back at all. Zoro, staying cool, says, I never thought I'd see him again on this island. The Straw Hats are worried, and you can feel the weight of their past with Kizaru hanging over them. Back on the battlefield, Sentomaru swings at Kizaru, but the Admiral vanishes in a flash of light and pops up behind him. Vegapunk, watching from the lab, cries out, I can't believe he has to fight Kizaru. I'm sorry, Sentomaru. That battle is too cruel. I wouldn't blame you for running away. Edison tries to lift his spirits. Keep your chin up, Stella. Focus on cracking the passcode for now. Atlas agrees. Edison is right. Let's hurry. Vegapunk nods. Okay, they're racing against time while the fight rages on. Kizaru moves like lightning around Sentomaru, too fast to keep up with. Just surrender. Sentomaru kun, he taunts, hitting him with a light speed kick and then firing off his Yasakani Sacred Jewel, a dazzling attack that shoots loads of lasers at Sentomaru. Sentomaru fights back, shouting, I'm sorry. Uncle, Straw Hat Luffy and I made a promise. Kizaru raises an eyebrow. Straw Hat, since when did you side with pirates? Sentomaru dodges the lasers, grabs his axe, and leaps at Kizaru. Any ally will do, he yells. If it helps me get who I'm indebted to off this island. He swings his axe and cuts Kizaru in half, or so he thinks. Kizaru's light body reforms, and Sentomaru's jaw drops as a flashback takes us back in time. We're in a forest years ago. Young Kizaru and Vegapunk are walking together. Kizaru says, we've been getting a lot of calls lately about wild bears attacking islanders around here. Vegapunk replies, I hope the extermination device I developed will help. They hear a noise and walk toward it, only to find a tiny Sentomaru surrounded by beaten animals. Kizaru blinks. How odd, we were asked to hunt bears, but Vegapunk finishes. Did that child take them down? Kizaru asks the kid, did you beat them? In the cutest voice ever. Sentomaru chirps. Yeah, I beat them in sumo. He's so adorable you can't help but smile. Vegapunk says, you're strong. Where are you from? Sentomaru puffs out his chest. People from my village are weak, and I hate them, so I won't go back there. Kizaru teases. You got kicked out. Didn't you? Sentomaru insists, I'm strong and I don't even get hungry, but I want to work. Oh, something you'd like to buy. Sentomaru's stomach growls, and he yells, rice balls. Everyone bursts out laughing at such a sweet moment. Back in the present, Kizaru sighs. You were so adorable. The flashback picks up again. Kizaru asks, work. Vegapunk nods. I guess you're confident in your physical strength. Kid, do you want to be my bodyguard? Sentomaru's eyes light up. Are you gonna hire me? I'll do it. Later, he's bouncing around Kizaru. Calling. Uncle. Uncle. Kizaru chuckles. Are you calling me? Sentomaru asks, how should I protect old man Punk? Kizaru grumbles. Uncle. Makes me sound like some old geezer, but Sentomaru keeps going. Teach me how. Uncle, it's clear they had a special bond back then. In the present, Kizaru says, I did my best to teach you. Sentomaru-kun. Sentomaru charges at him with his sumo strike, landing a hit that makes blood drip from Kizaru's mouth. But Kizaru doesn't flinch. But my defense is as strong as yours, he says. Sentomaru's eyes widen in shock as Kizaru points a laser at him. A massive explosion rocks the island, leaving Sentomaru down and the Marines staring in awe at the destruction. Kizaru walks over calmly and picks up the Pacifista Authority chip. Pacifistas, he says, your commander is unconscious, so the mission has changed. Work with the Navy ships to sink the Sea Beast weapons. The Pacifistas, who were attacking the ships, stop and turn their lasers lasers on the sea beasts. One sea beast looms over a battleship. Marines running for their lives. When a pacifista blasted in the head, one by one, the sea beasts fall. A marine shouts, "Now is our chance. Let's follow the vice admirals." The tide of the battle is turning. Doberman gets on a call with Saturn, one of the 5 elders. The command to the pacifistas has been overwritten. He reports. Saturn sighs. Such a waste to sink them. But if we have to choose, we choose the pacifistas. Report the damage that has occurred in the last few minutes. Doberman replies, "Yes, sir." The Marines are winning, but at a cost. Back in the labo phase, Usopp yells, "Sentomaru has been taken down." Vegapunk gasps. "What?" Chopper whimpers. "But he was so strong," Nami mutters. "Kizaru has no mercy." Vegapunk, tears in his eyes, urges, "Hurry up and deactivate the defense system. We can't let Sentomaru's efforts go to waste." Atlas nods. "Okay," York sneers, "It's pointless, I'm Vegapunk too." But no one pays her any attention. Kizaru looks up at the sky. Vegapunk warns, Kizaru is light itself. He can get past the laser barriers. Usopp panics. "What? Does that mean he can get here?" Vegapunk nods. "Yes." Usopp trembles. "We were once beaten badly by him." Kizaru grins. "It's been a while." Straw hats and shoots upward like a beam of light on the Vega Force 1, which is carrying the Thousand Sunny. Frankie shouts, "Hurry up. Hurry up. As soon as the barrier comes down, we'll escape." Lilith replies, "So far, so good. I'll just carry the ship to the back." Luffy, "We're counting on you." Bonnie says, "Let's eat while we still can." Luffy nods. "Yeah, you can't fight on an empty stomach." Frankie scolds them. "Hey, why are you guys eating now? We're gonna escape soon, guys." Then an emergency alarm blares and Frankie asks, "Lilith, what's this about?" Lilith stammers, "An emergency alarm. Why? I thought this place was impenetrable." Kizaru, moving as pure light, enters the labo phase and declares his mission protect at any cost the power plant. Punk records. York, and ideally one's good friend. But Alas, destroy at any cost Dr. Vegapunk. Usopp screams. Kizaru penetrated the dome. Luffy and the others are outside. Brook gasps, "That can't be good." Nami orders, "Tell him through the snail." Usopp yells, "Luffy, run." Vegapunk insists, "Until the ship's relocation is complete, I won't deactivate the barrier." Inside, Stussy is sipping tea when she suddenly drops her cup in shock. Lucci, the pigeon guy, attacks Vegapunk, but Stussy jumps in front, taking the hit. Blood spills from her mouth as Vegapunk cries, "Stussy!" Sanji gasps, "Stussy-chan." He turns to Nami. "Nami-san, let me borrow this." Nami blinks. "What? Damn, what did you do?" "A bubble gun." Sanji snaps. "Seems like he abandoned you." Zoro pulls out his sword and charges at Lucci, who blocks the strike. Zoro growls, "Since your allies arrived, you got carried away." Lucci smirks. "Between Kizaru and me, you guys are done for." Zoro shouts, "Don't underestimate us." Their attacks clash, shaking the room. Zoro pushes harder, slamming Lucci into the wall so hard he crashes outside. In the air, Kizaru watches Punk records from a distance, then shifts his attention to the Vega Force 1. He descends like a flash of light, saying, "I wondered why their ship wasn't on the shore." "It's here." Bonnie yells. "Hurry up," Frankie shouts. "Kizaru, he's a Navy admiral. What should we do, Luffy?" Luffy doesn't hesitate. Before Kizaru can say, "Hey, long time no see," Luffy launches a hacky, charged kick. Kizaru blocks it and mutters, "That's rude." Luffy grins wide. "Kizaru, we're 100 times stronger than we were 2 years ago." The episode kicks off with a flashback to the Kamabaka Queendom. After being rescued from the Holy Land Marijwa by the Revolutionary Army, Bartholomew Kuma is supposed to be resting and healing. But out of nowhere, he bolts upright and starts running. Koala from the Revolutionary Army yells, "Kuma-san, where are you going? You're not even fully healed yet." Kuma stumbles, drops for a second, but keeps pushing forward. Ivankov, totally thrown off, shouts, "What's going on?" Then Hack, the fishman from the Revolutionary Army with Lindbergh. He should have lost all sense of himself by now. Koala calls out again, "Kuma-san, come back." But Kuma doesn't stop. He races to the shore, warps himself in a flash of light and vanishes. Koala mutters, he was headed for the red port. Next thing we know, Kuma crashes into the red line and lands at the red port. The Marines are freaking out, blaring announcements over the speakers. "Citizens, please leave the site immediately. It's dangerous. He has already lost all sense of being a human and is a slave kept by the celestial dragons. His current programming is unknown. Please leave the site immediately." Kuma doesn't care. He starts climbing the red line, gripping the rock with sheer determination. The scene cuts to the previous day at Marijwa. Kuma's made it to the top. A celestial dragon gloats. Has finally climbed up to the top. The invincible slave Kuma has returned. Another one snaps. Soldiers stop him for. Cannons start firing, booming all around him, but Kuma keeps moving. A soldier yells, "Seize him!" They wrap a chain around his neck, and the celestial dragons cheer. "I guess we got him for." But hold on. A soldier gasps. What's he up to? "Oh, no. We can't stop him." Kuma's hands glow as he forms a massive Ursa Shock. He unleashes it with a roar. Ursa Shock, and the blast rips through the area, shattering everything around him. A celestial dragon sneers. "What an insolent slave." Then, bam, Fleet Admiral Sakazuki aka Akainu steps onto the scene. He glares at Kuma and growls, "What do you think you're doing? First the Revolutionary Army the other day, and now this is unprecedented destruction, Kuma." A soldier stammers, F Fleet Admiral Sakazuki-yu. A celestial dragon stomps on the soldier's head and whines, "You're useless. You're useless. You soldiers are not dependable at all. Hey, Akainu. I wanted lobster for dinner last night, but they were out of it." Another one pipes up. That's never happened before. What's happening to Marijua's food supply? A third one cuts in. Hey, that's not important right now. I just got hurt. Akainu turns to Kuma, his voice icy. The thing is, Kuma, if we can't control you, we can't let a dangerous guy like you go free. You should have lost all sense of yourself. You're as good as dead already. Where do you think you're going? His hand ignites with magma, and he lunges at Kuma with his Hellhound attack. The strike melts half of Kuma's face, and Akainu smirks. I didn't know you still bled like a normal human being. Kuma drops to his knees, but then he's back up, running again. Akainu hurls magma fists at him. Kuma dodges a few, but one blast takes out his leg. Still, Kuma warps away, vanishing in a flash. We cut to a burning island in the new world. Akainu's standing over a tied-up jewelry Bonnie. He says, "When I heard you escaped from the government, I felt my blood freeze. But it's all finished now." Bonnie spits back, "You bastards. I'll make you pay for this." Akainu's unfazed. Bark all you want, but Kuma's sense of self will never return. He volunteered to be reborn as a weapon. Bonnie screams, "That's a lie. There's no way. There's no way he volunteered for that. He would never leave me behind." The flashback fades, and back in Marijua, a celestial dragon yells, "Hey, where is Kuma for? Did you let him get away? But you're the admiral of the fleet." Akainu, lost in thought, mutters, "Where are you going? You're just a puppet with no free will or mind left." Now, we're in the present day on Egghead Island, New World. A marine shouts, "Pacifistas, all Navy soldiers keep shooting. Destroy the Sea Beast weapons." With the Pacifista Mark III's lasers cutting through, the Sea Beast weapons are dropping like flies. Another marine orders, "Enter the Faberio phase. Occupy the island." Admiral Kizaru entered the Labo phase above the clouds. Inside the Labo phase, Luffy's in Gear 4 Snakeman, hammering Kizaru with a barrage of punches. Kizaru blocks them with his light powers, but Luffy unleashes Gum Gum, Black Mamba. His fists fly at lightning speed. Kizaru says, "I can see why you could defeat Kaido. You're quite strong. But you're a pirate. Why do you want to protect Vegapunk?" Luffy fires back, "You tell me. Why do you guys want to kill Old Man Apple?" He swings another punch, but Kizaru deflects it with a kick in size. "It's not that I want to..." Suddenly, Kizaru shoots himself high into the sky. Luffy squints. How far up did he go? Floating above, Kizaru thinks. "I don't want to kill him. I've known Vegapunk for a long time, so I'd appreciate it if you'd stay out of this." He powers up, then rockets down with blinding speed. Acceleration is power, and kicks Luffy so hard he crashes into Vegaforce 01, the giant robot. Luffy smashes through it, splitting it in half. Kizaru flashes back to Vegapunk's proud words, "It's complete. Its name is Vegaforce 01, the dream of mankind." A giant robot. Lilith, who's inside Vegaforce 01, screams, "What's going on? I thought I was gonna die." She scrambles out as Frankie Bonnie, and the thousand Sunny drop onto the clouds. Lilith sees the robot sparking and yells, "Frankie, Bonnie, run." It explodes in a massive blast, sending Frankie, Lilith, and Bonnie flying. Lilith, heartbroken, cries, "The robot of our dreams, the Vegaforce 01, Frankie." Furious growls, "Geez, this is unforgivable." "Is the Sunny alright?" Bonnie points. "Hey." Straw Hat was sent flying. Kizaru steps forward, and Frankie snaps, "Kizaru, you bastard." Kizaru looks at Bonnie and says, "You have grown up so much, Bonnie. Kids these days grow up so fast. You have a bone to pick, don't you? A kill order was issued against your despised Dr. Vegapunk." Bonnie snarls, "Shut up. He's no longer my target." She charges with her, Age Skewer, attack, but Kizaru dodges and says, "I'd rather not hurt any acquaintances outside the scope of my duties." He kicks her hard, sending her flying into the Laboffi's barrier. She gets zapped by the defense system's lasers. Frankie shouts, "No." Bonnie, now Frankie's pissed. He powers up, yelling, "How dare you?" But before he can fire, Kizaru vanishes. Frankie's stunned, Where did he go? Did he vanish? Lilith realizes Stella's in danger. Frankie, call them. The Den Mushi in the Labofe's control room starts ringing, and Usopp grabs it. "Hello, control room. Frankie, you okay? There was a huge explosion out there just now." Frankie's voice crackles through. "Usopp, is everyone alright over there?" Usopp blinks. Yeah, we're good." Frankie's tone turns serious. "Good, that means he's not there yet." Usopp's totally lost. "Wait, what do you mean?" Before he can get an answer, Vegapunk jumps in, shouting, "We did it. The deactivation code for the defense system. It's cracked." Nami's eyes light up. "Really?" Edison grins. "See, told you we'd pull it off." Atlas smirks at York. "In your face, York." York, tied up and fuming, snaps, "What, damn it? You annoying geniuses." Sanji asks, "Does that mean we can get out of here?" Vegapunk nods, "Yes. Sorry to keep you waiting. You too, can you carry my luggage to the ship?" Jinbe and Sanji reply, "Sure." "Where is it?" Vegapunk says, "On the second floor. It's something important. Leave it to us." Frankie, still on the line, says, "Hey, Usopp, are you listening? There's no time to spare." Usopp's like, "Sorry, what's the matter?" there. Vegapunk adds, Frankie Kun, we can deactivate the barrier anytime. Did you move the Vegaforce 01 and the ship to the back side? Frankie starts. No, because anyway. But before he can finish, Kizaru appears in the room, saying, I'm sorry. Your escape plan has failed. Vegapunk, everyone freaks out. Kizaru. Atlas stammers, when did you get here? Nami panics, what happened to Luffy? Usopp mutters, we're done for Brook at. This is no good. How did he get in? Vegapunk asks, did you cause that explosion earlier? Kizaru nods, yeah. Unfortunately, that giant dream robot of yours blew up. Vegapunk gasps, ha. Atlas and Edison cry, what? No way. Kizaru says, I want you to understand, this is very difficult for me, and I'd rather not draw it out. Suddenly, there's a loud blast outside. Vegapunk asks, what? Is it? Usopp says, what? Nami adds, what is it this time? Outside, Luffy pops out of the explosion comically shouting, it's hot. Oh, he laughs, I'm back. Kizaru mutters, no way. Luffy starts expanding into his Gear 5 form, running through the air. Frankie and Lilith below are stunned. Frankie yells, what was that? Kizaru's eyes dart around trying to track him, but Luffy's giant hand grabs him from behind and yanks him up. Everyone's eyes pop out. What? Luffy, now a giant, grins. That was hot. Kizaru, caught in his grip, says, there you are. So this must be. Luffy laughs. Thanks for knocking me all the way down. I went through the barrier 2 times and thought I was gonna die. Down in the Fabirio phase, the ancient Iron Giant's eyes light up, reacting to the heartbeat of Luffy's Gear 5 transformation. Next time, get ready for a clash between two men with unfathomable, superhuman powers. Their battle's so fast you can't even see it. And it's about to take a wild turn. The Laba phase is in chaos. Can Luffy protect Vegapunk? The title is Luffy vs. Kizaru, a fierce kaleidoscopic battle. Luffy yells, I'm gonna become the king of the pirates. Don't miss it. It's gonna be insane. If you love this, drop a 127 in the comments so I can get the next one out faster than Kizaru's light kicks. Hit that like button and subscribe with the bell icon to keep up with the Straw Hat's journey.